俺と結婚して二人だけの未来を俺と一緒に迎えてくれない？俺の人生における最大の幸福は彼女と一緒になれたことだ。
やあ、ここがカルデよ。花。おっと、僕はこの通りお飾りの王様だけど、場を和ませるのだけは得意でね。微力ながら君の力になってみるよ。よろしくね。
Okay, before we get into the journaling portion for this week's Cozy and Chaos, episode 27, I believe, I just came home from like a delivery for a book that I sold to someone and drop it off at the courier. And so I decided to just go around the local mall that is nearest my house, which is like a 10-minute walk. And so I was thinking that I will only go there, like get one squishmallow, which I believe I will be editing the clip of me unboxing ASMR style the squishmallows right before this one. However, I made this mistake of going into National Bookstore, which is our local bookstore that is nationwide and such, and I bought a few things. So this is like a mini haul, and I did not plan on buying any more notebooks. However, I did manage to find these ones. So these are, I think they call Craft Notebook by Limelight as well. I used Limelight a bunch, and I found these like pocket size and also these tinier ones. I don't know what the size of this is. If it's written in here, 76 mm by 127 mm. Wood-free paper padded notebooks. So they are just lined notebooks and they're very tiny. It's good for like lists and such that you could just throw in your bag, and it's recycled paper. I told my best friend, I told her that when I saw this, I was like, I hate my life. I know that these types of notebooks are the ones that I really gravitate towards, and it was like 17. One is 19 pesos and one is 17 pesos. Some of them aren't really perfectly cut, which I understand because I believe these are like recycled paper. I really gravitated towards these, and I was like, I texted my best friend saying, that's it, I'm going to buy 4. But here we are, I ended up with 7. Because when it comes to like notebooks and such, from like when you buy in National Bookstore, at least in my local branch nearest to me, it is always the tendency of like, once I see an item, I buy it because the next time I go back to that branch, the item no longer is in stock. They rotate around different like types and like designs. And so when I saw these, at first I was, as I said, going to grab just 4. I decided to like, why not just grab a bunch, because I think I might use something. Like I do have like the same size as these like A6 notebooks, or like pocket size notebooks I mean, and those are like more for what do you call it, fountain pen ink. So these are like for the easier ones, like the simpler ballpoint pen styles. And I think I have an idea for how I'm going to use these, but not just yet. So yeah, I'm going to hoard these for like a few more months until I finally decide on what to do with them, because since there are a lot of these, so this might end up being like a series or like one notebook per year, who knows. So yeah, that's like my mini haul for this week's video, and let's try to incorporate this paper bag, I guess, in today's journaling portion. So if you have seen like in the previous clips of this week's episode, you already know that I am like super happy about it, because this, I think I like reviewed some of my Cozy and Chaos episodes from the months prior, and I did like put there that I had like the lucky, I have the luckiest week so far, something like that. This week beats that. I started off like, the week started off as like somewhat like nothing, because I wasn't able to like film as much because of our garden being reconstructed, or like the cement planter. I can't really explain it. The cement planter was being torn down because we have planted like 3 trees there in that cement planter, like a big plot, or like, it's not a plot, it's like small planter. We planted 3 trees there, palm trees, years ago, and then it suddenly got like leaky because we are living in the 4th floor. There are still like rooms down below our garden, so we were wondering if whether the leak was caused by the roots of those trees that has burrowed through the cement or something, like weathering or something. So they decided to tear that down, which actually made me very sad because for all of my life, actually, I grew up in this house, and ever since I was young, I already that part of the garden is already there. So all of the plants and flowers there, although most of them changed, some of them are still there, like the calachuchi bushes, some of the, what do you call those? Some of the shrubberies there are like, ever since I was young, they were already thriving. And so having to see that what has existed for 26 years of my life has now been torn down, it's kind of sad. And of course, I'm like the nostalgic type of person anyway. So yeah, that is like what happened. So I wasn't able to film as much. But then Wednesday, was it Wednesday? Was 13th, was it Wednesday or Thursday? July 13th. July 13th is like the day when Tears of Teammates anniversary cards came out. They were released, and surprise, surprise, I actually got two. I got both Mario's anniversary card as well as Luke. I will add the other Mario's card here. This wasn't like in this week, I think I pulled this like last week. So I will still just include it here because it's like the same month anyway. And I also do not have a photo left because I think I printed out only two. But I also got Oberon in Fate Grand Order, which is one of like the characters in Fate Grand Order that we wanted, my friend Abby and I wanted. So yeah, we both actually got him on the first 10 pull that we have, which is amazing. I was actually pulling like the first ticket. Maybe he will be like my Gilgamesh pull, which is like 1 ticket pull, and it ended up being the first 10 plus 1 pulls for Fate Grand Order. So that night, I actually also pulled in the costume gacha for Cookie Run Kingdom. So if you haven't played like Cookie Run Kingdom, the gacha system for the costumes is that you can pull 5 costumes per roll. And on my first 5 pull, I actually got 2 epic costumes, which is very a rare occurrence when it comes to costume gachas. However, they're both like repeats. I already have them both, but still, it is quite rare to find like epics in a 5 pull, let alone 2 epics. And then the story still goes on. I actually downloaded like late at night. My brother and I was playing Vanguard, and I was actually losing Vanguard so hard that night that I could not explain how unlucky I was during that time. However, it was like I understand why I was so unlucky because I have been so lucky with my gacha pulls. So I let it slide. My brother won 4-2, I believe. And so we decided, or like I decided to like play Shadowverse, which is another gacha TCG game that my brother plays a lot. So he was like, why don't you try it and see if you like it? And there is like, how many nations are there? I forgot. Was it 7? So there are like packs, right? You started the game up, you booted the game, you make your account, and you start off with a 10 pack free pulls for each of like the nation or like type. So there is like Swordcraft, Portalcraft, Runecraft, Havencraft, Forestcraft, Dragon. I can't remember anything else. I think there's like 6 or 7 packs, and there's like the limited one. So the first pull you get is guaranteed legendary, so that's fine. I got 2. I got 2 in 1 pack, wherein there was only 1 that is guaranteed in that. And so my brother was like, just keep pulling. And I told him if I do get like good pulls for this account, I would give it to him. So I keep pulling. For the next 6 packs, I got a total of, including the guaranteed legendary, I got a total of 11 legendaries. Wherein normally in like a very salty account, the maximum that you could get is maybe 1 or 2 of all of the packs that are free. And so the next day, actually, my brother made another account to see if the luck still stays. I ended up with 5, which was very salty already because it's like 1 per pack and a bust pack wherein there was nothing there. So it was like, that's fine, it's fine. The legendaries that came out weren't the best ones, or like weren't the class that he was looking for. So we re-rolled and we abandoned that account, and he decided to like, why not I pull for this, and he ended up with just 2. So in a way, I still have like the even at the worst case scenario, I still have the best luck out of the both of us. And also that day, July 14th, I did not like film because I wasn't expecting it. I pulled a single pull for Oberon again because in Fate Grand Order, there is what we call single pulls. That is what I did for like the first clip of this video, is that I pulled a single for Oberon because I was thinking that why not just use up that bonus wherein at the end of like 10 pulls you get 1 free extra, so that also counts to like the 10 plus 1. So I was speeding through it, and then suddenly my screen flashed, and what ended up happening was that I saw the what do you call that, the icon, the coins of Oberon, which made it so I gain an NP, or like it is a +1 of a character that I already have. So I was freaking out because I did not expect it, of course, but also it was a good blessing to think that I pulled the first one at the 10 plus 1, and then I pulled the second one on 20 more pulls, I believe. I used up all of my Saints Quartz for him, so now I'm saving for someone else because I don't need anymore. So yeah, what I'm adding here actually is a picture of me at our garden before it was torn down, the cement planter. I actually climbed up it and my dad took a photo of me. However, it isn't the most flattering photo of me, so I'm just going to hide it and I won't open this on camera. This will serve as my memory for this week, but since I'm sharing this over the internet and I don't want to show it, I made it into like a flip tab just for myself. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to put numbers on how many the pity count for each of these. So for this Marius card, actually, this was like a rerun bonus for the anniversary preparation. So in 80 pulls, you are supposed to guarantee the card that you have chosen before you pull. So I chose this Will of the Trees SSR for Marius because of all the cards that are limited, like the limited banner cards of all of Marius. I think this is the one that I don't have. And also my friend and I actually call this the meme card because he is like playing bongos, which is very adorable. I haven't read the story yet, so yeah, that was like, you are guaranteed within 80 pulls to get one of the card that you have previously chosen. I got him in the first 10, which is like, I did not expect. I had like 8 tiers. Tiers that are like the regular tiers you can't use in the anniversary. So I was like, why not just burn those tiers, try to see if I get the limited banner that I chose, and I did, and it was like, okay. So next we have is the anniversary. There is a free 10 pull for the very first pull that you get, and then there are like 3, or I think there were like 3 discounted pulls for the whole 4 of them collectively. So I did 30 pulls to get Marius, and then after 20 more pulls I actually got Luke. So anyway, it's very productive. This is not a color that I was supposed to use. Oh well. Still, it was like a very productive pulling. I also wanted to pull for like Artem if ever, but my luck ran out. Obviously, 2 is already a blessing. I remember like last year anniversary card, I did so poorly when it comes to like Marius's anniversary card. It took me like, if I could recall properly, I think it took me like 60 or 70 pulls, which in fact is still not bad. However, it is when, why am I choosing like the color that is exactly the same so it won't be seen? Oh my god, I'll choose this one. Which is bad. Going back to what I was talking about, It is bad because, of course, we are in a very limited amount of like S chips is what they call in Tears of Themis. So as someone who is trying to be free to play, even though I did like buy previously like a what do you call it, background just for myself for my birthday. After that I haven't bought anything for Tears of Themis at all. So so it was very hard to like collect, especially since Maris's birthday is also like near the anniversary. It was very hard for me to save up, which is what I'm trying to say here. Luckily, I have like the proper colors for each of them. Although it's not a perfect purple, it's like pinkish purple, which is fine. So if only I have like a photo of my Oberon pull, I would like to insert it here. However, I believe I don't have one anymore. I used it on like a, what do you call that, commonplace book spread, wherein I collectively place all of the lucky pulls that I have for the whole month. And oops, I was supposed to put garden or like indicate here. Hold on. It's very windy outside actually. There is a storm, which is why I also haven't been filming a lot because of how noisy it is. The acoustics of rain is very difficult, especially when you're someone who's just filming using a cell phone, but it's fine. How will I write it down? Okay. I no longer use my tweezers. I do have tweezers. I haven't used it for a long time because I was fairly annoyed with, I don't have an R. We'll just write the R down. I'm annoyed sometimes with how like the tweezers get lost in the shuffle when I'm transporting some of like my, I'm trying to copy, if you can see, I was trying to copy it and I failed miserably. But yeah, the tweezers, I can't sometimes find it. They always get lost in the shuffle whenever I transfer like items. I usually put it in like a box, a separate box, and sometimes I lose it and then I find it in the most inconvenient of places. So I don't use tweezers anymore. It's still fine, and it's still manageable. And when I do these like sticker rating, I don't really like try to line it up as properly as I should be, because I want to keep it like a very loose style. Still, it's fine. This is a mistake actually that I made. I think these are Sarasa clip pen bodies, but I loaded, as you can see, I loaded it with like vintage ink pen refills. This is the black. It's called vintage black on the listing, but I haven't tried this yet. So we'll see how it looks. It's just black. It's very black. Oh no, it's a bit. It's actually a bit blue. In person, I don't think the camera can pick that up, nor do people really notice it if it's not like in your face sort of blue, but it's very much like midnight blue. What else? So yeah, back to like the commonplace notebook. I have like a page of all of the pulls that I have for the month, and like I titled it the month's luck. And so I also have a video actually of my Shadowverse pulls. However, I don't think anyone would care to watch that, and I already failed on filming that because I did not start the video as I was pulling for my first legendary pack, which was actually the most exciting of all of the packs that I opened, as well as the last one, which is my 11th. Because when I finished filming that video, I actually pulled a single and got another legendary, which is Jean, which is I think their Heavencraft one. There's always a Jean in these gacha or like TCG related what do you call that games. There's always a Jean, like Jeanne d'Arc. So it's July 10th to what is today? 16th? No, it's 16th. So yeah, just a little bit of journaling, and then this spread is going to be done. I think I'm going to use the pink one. I've actually been loving these like different color ones. Here I am again trying to. I think I need to like put So this is me trying to like use what I have and not purchase any more bodies of like pens. So since this is pink, I have a pink sticker here. I'll just like wrap this around somewhere I could see it. Like that. Oops. There. So I will know that that's the pink pen. And so I will write my entry first and we'll continue talking in a bit. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I've been talking for quite a long time now. I'm looking at the recording right now and it's like 31 minutes for the whole setup and also the whole. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me this week and for journaling with me. I do hope you enjoy this. Next week, I'm already hyping it up because I'm fairly excited. Next week, we're going to Comic at Vllo with my best friend. It is a comics convention. That is like local artists and comic artists, especially from Manila and from different like parts of the country, are like having a tour around the country. And so one of their stops is actually a local mall here in our city, and my best friends and I are going. I'm not sure at first if I'm going to do a separate vlog or include it in this one because it might get too long, but it also might not, so we'll see about that. There are a few actually comic artists that I really want to have a photo with and buy their merch like straight from their storefront or like their booth rather than just online, and get to meet them, get to talk to them. So I'm very excited. I hope I could like film some of it. It's a day-long event, so we'll see. And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, guys, take care and bye.